Last February, Chevrolet introduced their all-new 2020 heavy-duty trucks and displayed an option for select diesel engine-equipped trucks. That is, a fully warranted power takeoff or PTO. Later that month, Boss Snowplows and Chevrolet invited us to Marquette, Michigan to learn to plow snow. As a side benefit, a 3500 HD with dump bed offered a chance to see what that PTO could do in action. According to GM, their factory-integrated, engine-driven power takeoff is the first fully integrated PTO system of its kind in the heavy-duty truck segment. Chevrolet's PTO directs engine power via chain, not turbine, so owners can use the PTO while the vehicle is idling. Plus, GM says it's quieter than gear-driven systems. Take a look.
Introduce yourself, if you would.
Jim Holkraven, work for Chevy Engineering, working on vehicle performance. So here today we have a 3500 Silverado with the optional power takeoff. So we've had this in the past on the previous Silverado, but now instead of having to actually buy the power takeoff unit and the pump and then the rest of the equipment you would need, power takeoff itself is actually made into the transmission. So you would buy a pump, whatever you'd need, and then the rest of the equipment.
It's part of an Allison transmission still?
Part of the Allison transmission actually, and it's warranted, which is another big item, right? So it's one more thing now for fleets that's warranted as part of the vehicle, which is nice.
So,
another cost save and easy feature.
In operation, this is a 2020, 2021?
2020 Silverado.
Silverado 3500 HD.
Correct. So you can actually get it on 25 and 3500s, but only on the diesel. So the diesel with the Allison 10 speed, it's not available on the gas, strictly on the diesel side.
And is it simple to operate? It looks like all I see is a hole in the floor.
Yeah, so a lot of what with power takeoffs, a lot of it is the upfitting you do. We did a lot of work to make that easier, partially having the PTO already integrated into the transmission. But for this case right here, we're in stationary mode, so you would set the park brake. This button right here is actually the power takeoff switch. You can see it's the four wheels, and you're actually diverting power out on the side. So we'd engage that. You can hear it kick on. You can also see there's a light on the dash that shows the power takeoff. In this condition right here, so right now we're sending power through the power takeoff through the hydraulic pump that we've assembled into the vehicle. And from right there, it's sending hydraulic fluid back to the dump bed. From there, we easily operate, lifting the bed up and down. So big gear to get some picture from outside, but we can easily run the bed up and down. From there, there's also in the stationary mode that we're in right now, you can go between different presets of the engine RPM. So right now we'll use the cruise control up. That'll bump it up to our higher engine set speed. So if you needed more power or torque to run your equipment off the rear. Once we've run the equipment, now we can kick it back down. And the engine RPMs will drop back down, so you're not using more fuel than you need while you're doing your job.
I think you said you could do this from remote, that you could have handheld.
There's three modes. So there's stationary, where we're in right now. So you'd be sitting, you would dump whatever, like a dump bed or some other items where you're just going to be sitting. There's mobile, where you'd actually be running down the road, operating some kind of equipment. Or remote, where there's actually a remote, you'd be, say, operating a crane off the back, and you'd only be bumping it up when you wanted to lift the items. So you're not using, again, more fuel than you need to.
So with a dump bed, you might be depositing stone or salt or something as you...
Right. Whatever. It's amazing how many different uses we get with these. And in this case, right, stationary, you're going to drop, you're going to back up, drop whatever you have, set the bed back down, and then either you shut off the PTO to drive away, or actually if you hit the brake, it'll also kick off the PTO. So you can hit the brake, go to drive, and drive off after you've dumped the load.